Hey everybody, welcome to another lesson of learning Japanese. Today we are going to cover a new grammar pattern, but it uses a previous grammar pattern. This is happening a lot in our recent videos because we're relying on so much of the basics that we have covered. So many of the basics that we have covered. And today we are going to cover how to say I went or I came or I returned to do blank. So basically you're saying something along the lines of I went to school to study, or I went home to eat lunch, or something like that. So the way this is going to work out in the Japanese language is we're going to take the pre-mas form of the verb that is conveying the action that you're actually doing. We're going to follow that with the particle ni, and then we're going to either use the verb iku, the verb kuru, or the verb kaeru to convey the going somewhere or just the directional aspect of it to do something else once you reach your destination or whatever. So I don't think there's a lot of exposition to give for this grammar pattern. It's pretty straightforward as to what it means, and people use this kind of phrasing even in the English language every day. So let's just jump right into the examples and see how it's like. So for our first example, we're actually gonna reuse an example we used in a previous video, which was the video where we covered the masenka as an invitation to do something. That example sentence coincidentally had two grammar patterns in it, and in this video we're going to explain the one that we didn't explain in the first time we said it. So for our example sentence, we have the sentence Kurasu no ato de crepes o tabe ni shopping center ni ikimasenka. And even though we've covered this sentence already, technically we'll just evaluate it all over again. Basically what this sentence is saying, after class, would you like to go to the shopping center to eat crepes? So we have Kurasu no ato de, which is after class, crepes o tabe ni, that's the key part here. We have crepes o, which is basically crepes and the direct object particle o, and we have tabe ni, which is taberu in its pre-mas form followed by the ni, and this follows the structure that I explained at the beginning of this video. Going along to the rest of the sentence, we have shopping center ni ikimasenka, which is won't you go to the shopping center, and there's like an implicit meaning of together with me, of course. So let's just really analyze the key part of this sentence, which is the tabe ni. Taberu is in its pre-mas form. Its mas form is tabemas. We take out the mas, so it's tabe. We follow that with the particle ni. Then, of course, after that, we have the employment of the verb iku, which means we're gonna go to the shopping center to do something, and that something is conveyed by the verb that is in its pre-mas form followed by the ni, which is taberu. So we're gonna go to the shopping center to do what? To eat crepes. Great. So let's move on to the second example, and this is going to be a fresh sentence that we've never experienced before unless you somehow were talking to somebody in Japanese and said this very same sentence that I prepared for this video, which is not impossible but unlikely. So for our second example, we have tomodachi to ai ni restaurant ni ikimashita. So let's break this sentence down before we translate it. We have tomodachi to, which means with my friend. I ni, which is the key part here. It's the verb ao, which is to meet in its pre-mas form I, followed by the particle ni. And then we have restaurant ni ikimashita, which is I went to the restaurant. So we can see that the I ni here is telling us precisely what we wanted to do by going to the restaurant. We went to the restaurant to meet with our friend. And yeah, it's a pretty simple structure. I think we can all agree on that. It's something that it uses the conjugation of verbs that we've covered in previous videos. So if this is proving to be a little complicated, be sure to check out those previous videos where we covered the pre-mas form, the mas form, and etc. That's it for this video, and we'll see you next time.